Welcome to the value meta. We're speedrunning it this week. This is 0 rare, 0 mythic, mono red burn. So we all know burn spells. Basically, that's what the premise of the deck is. We want to do damage and try to kill as quickly as possible. So, with the speedrun in mind, let's go through it. In the spirit of mono red, our land base is 16 basic mountains. It does seem very low, but our curve is very low as well. We have a ton of creatures that incidentally do damage. We have Kamuna faces Kakusan, which is a Saga which will flip into a Hasty 2-2, which is also Graveyard Hate. A Gitru Lava Runner, which is Hasty 2-2 when we cast 2 or more spells. Monastery Swift Spear, a 1-drop prowess creature. And a Phoenix Chick as a flying haster that can be recursed. Moving along, we have 2 free drops which are actually 1-drops. They have Spectacle, so if we've done damage to the opponent, we can cast them for 1 red. So we have Promise Fulfilled, light up the stage, exile the top 2 cards of our library, we can play until our next turn, and Skewer the Critics, 1 red mana, deal free damage to any target. We also run Monstrous Rage, just because it's such a good card, just giving a creature trample on top of prowess or anything else. Evasion makes it insanely good to do, it's good on the Phoenix. Moving along then, we just have what's left of our deck, which is straightforward burn. Bolt Wave, 3 damage to each opponent. Burst Lightning, 2 damage which we can kick in the late game for 4 damage, 5 mana. Shock, 2 damage to any target, nice and easy. And Lightning Strike for 2 mana, 3 damage to any target. So we want to play creatures, cast spells, do damage, get it done, super quick. That is the deck, so let's jump into 5 quick games and see how the deck performed. Red deck. No rares, no mythics, game 1. Opening hand, this is actually pretty much exactly what we want to see. So, opening hand goes for Fortsies, which is great for us, because that's 2 damage we don't have to do to the opponent. Honestly, here I think they should take our card advantage, or our creature. Oh, they take Kamano, okay. So we'll go Gitru Lava Runner, pass it back. Opponent goes second Swamp, so this could be where they have a lifelink creature, which could be dangerous. Strategic Betrayal, okay, interesting. Alright, well, with that let's go Phoenix Chick, swing in. Then while we have Spectacle, we'll use Light Up the Stage to get more mana. Ooh, Swift Spear on 2 is pretty good. Free mana, the Bandit's Talent. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of... oh, it's hard, because I'm gonna get rid of damage here, because I think it's more important that we have a way to just do... Oh, they had a Fortsies as well. So we were losing 2 cards there either way. So let's go Swift Spear, Lightning Strike them for 3 damage, and then 3 damage on the attack, puts them down to 9. So we have 1 card in hand here. Let's see what they do. This is basically a waste not deck, so they're looking to make us discard our whole hand. There's the 3rd Fortsies. Well, we lost 3 damage for a 2 damage card, which isn't too bad in our mind. Alright, we lose 2. Let's Burst Lightning here, and we're doing it with full combat because we want to trigger prowess. Okay, puts them down to 5. We swing in with our creatures, puts them down to 2 if it connects. Shieldred's Edict will sack the Phoenix, puts them down to 3, so they need another removal spell here. Oh, they fully upgrade the Bandit's Talent. Alright, so we will swing in, we will hold the mountain just to try and get over the Bandit Talent ability here. Opponent looks like they've drawn removal. Strategic Betrayal, okay. So we need to top deck a burn spell to just finish it. And we do, excellent. So 2 damage, nice and fast. Take them down. And they're dead. Speedrun time, game 2. Let's see how this one goes. Oh, 1 land is a bit risky. Opponent is going first, so we do have the draw here. A professional burn player or a skilled red player would tell you if this is a keep or a go. Hard to say. Opponent is very much thinking about it. Okay, I'm going to keep this because we have a bunch of 1-drops which are good threat, and we have multiple chances to draw a second mana source here. Opponent has mulligan down to 6, goes to an Elvish Mystic. Okay, so against this, I am going to bolt the Mystic. Now, I'm doing this because this is clearly Mono Green Devotion or green Badger Cup deck, so it's Devotion. So anything that just stops them from ramping is important. It's not as important as killing creatures in a tribal deck, but definitely against mono green, you've got to keep as many pips down as possible. Alright, so with that in mind, I think our best bet here is Swift Spear, and then we'll play Kumano faces Kakasan, which will trigger Prowess, do a damage, swing in, 17. Alright. Okay, so I'm thinking here we'll go Phoenix Chick to get a counter on it because of the Kumano. And I'm going to get the damage in now, and then Spectacle for Promise Fulfilled. We don't find another land, which is rough. There's a Kiora and an Outlast Trailblazer to draw a card, make a mana. There's an Elvish Mystic. Oh, they are running out of options. Okay, so Kumano will flip. We got our third land here, so let's shock. I think we need to shock the Outlast Trailblazer. Card draw in this deck gets ridiculous. So, and we can't kill Kiora here, so we've got to go over the top. So, oh, they just concede. Mono red. Need for speed. Let's keep going. Game 3 here with mono red. We are 2 up. Okay, this is another great hand. So, I would say we start with Kumano. That way that we can go and give Gitru a 1/1 counter next turn. Opponent is on a Gilded Goose deck. Oh, yeah, I'm having flashbacks here. Alright, so play Githaru Lava Runner. Then we'll play the second Kumano here, because next turn we can then put the other Kumano on it. Let's see what opponent does. Okay, black. So this is a Golgari Foodless. There's a Cauldron Familiar. There's a Traverse the Underworld. That is such a good card. That is something I should have put in the cat food deck, if I'm honest. But it's one of the things to say we got missing knowledge in the pool. Alright, there's a Scavenger's Talent. Let's see if they... Oh, well, they don't. Okay. I'm going to play the Lava Runner here. I'm going to Burst Lightning the Cauldron Familiar. Etchings of Kumano exiles creatures when they die, so that shuts off their deck. So they need to kill the Etchings now, and there's going to be a second one coming. So I think this is going to be a little rough for them. There's a Cash Grab. Okay, they find... Okay, there's the Oven. Play the Oven. Alright, back to us. We'll flip the second Etchings here. Move to combat, and we have 6 damage in the 4. Oh, they block. Gotta make a food. Now, this is where I think they realized that they didn't have a Cauldron Familiar in the graveyard. I'm going to actually Lightning Strike here, just to trigger the Gitru Lava Runner, because next turn, if we can do any damage, we can kill them with the Skewer the Critics here. So this was the point where I figured that they had figured out that they can't actually get back the Cauldron Familiar that was killed previously. And this is where I think they just intentionally roped out. I think that might just come down to them not understanding Etchings. Etchings is such a stupid card. So for those who aren't aware, the reverse of Etchings is a 2/2 haster that basically says whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, it gets exiled instead. So it is an aggro pinger that then jumps into putting counters on a thing, then turns into a hasty graveyard hater. Such a good uncommon and absolutely insane. So our friend here, who is 3 symbols, which I do not understand, which looks like OCC in reverse, which instantly, as a Robocop fan, makes me think they're terrible. We just go straight to combat here, because bearing if they don't have Fog, then I think we've got this one. But I think they're just intentionally roping in protest of Mono Red. And don't get me wrong, Mono Red in Best of 1 is kind of the bad guy. Even in a budget version, I felt kind of dirty running this, but this is the nature of Best of 1. You run whatever is going to win as quick as possible just to do some dailies. And honestly, if you don't want to commit any rares or mythics, this is actually turning out to be a pretty decent deck. And they go down, so let's speedrun to game 4. Speedrun, game 4, let's go, Mono Red. Oh, this hand looks great actually, so Kumano into a pumped up Gitru Lava Mancer next turn's really good to then throw a Monstrous Rage on it. Yeah, definitely. Let's see what... Oh, black, okay. So, let's go second Kumano and play a Gitru to give it the 1/1 counter from the trigger. Opponent has Fatal Push, as expected. Okay. And it's Rakdos. Okay, Rakdos Demons maybe. There's a Fortsy, so we're going to lose one of our Monstrous Rages, which is pretty rough. And we're drawing 4 of our 16 lands, which again is also rough. So Etchings goes in, we'll let them hit 2 here. Should have probably put the Monstrous Rage on it, if I'm honest. I feel like that was a bit greedy. Gifted Aetherborn is a great roadblock here, because that's life and... Okay, let's swing in. They do block. I'm going to Monstrous Rage to just get over the top and do as much damage as possible here. Okay, 12, so let's Spectacle light up the stage. Skewer and Skewer, that's good. Okay, so 6 damage. We are getting there. We just need a little bit more. Let's see what they've got here. Archdemon of Dross. Oh, that's rough. Okay, Bolt Wave. Alright, they are down to 3, so we need to top deck like a boss if we can. They have an Abrade. We lose 2 life from that, so we're dead in 3 turns here. So let's see if we can get there. Down to 12. Draw a Swift Spear. Okay, let's go and try and get in with a Swift Spear for 1 damage. Oh, they had the end. Oh, ironically, they got to cast it for free. Less. Alright, we've lost our Swift Spears now, so we just need Bolt Wave. There's a Gifted Aetherborn and a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Alright, it all comes down to this top deck. Can we get there? We cannot, so good game. Last game with Mono Red, and we are right into it. Okay, definitely getting a Kumano down first. Next turn, I think we'll go Swift Spear, maybe second Swift Spear. Alright, we're definitely going to have to clear the way here, so we'll go Swift Spear, put a counter on it, Shock, take out the Tiny Bones, hit in for free, puts them down to 16. Opponent plays the next land. Okay, flip Kumano. Alright, so let's go Swift Spear. I think it's better if we deploy Gitru and the Phoenix Chick. Swing in, puts them down to 10. Alright, let's just dodge a board wipe, and we could be okay. Board wipe here just pretty much wrecks our day. But I think we have Lethal next turn if they don't play anything. But they have 4 mana, so I'm expecting a Shieldred. A Demonic Pact. Oh, they are just dead. So if we Lightning Strike them, then Skewer the Critics here, and then swing in and they die. So speed run for the final game.